Hello. Today I am attempting to make a Japanese fluffy cheesecake. You might remember Mrs. Barry did this about 2.5 years ago. She did a fairly good attempt. It was not amazing. It is tricky, but I still get comments, to this day about me giving it a go too. And I did promise that in the video that I'd have a try also. Some of you guys haven't seen that video, so I send you there and you're still like, I want to see you do it. I want to see you, me. So here I am. This is it. We're going to do a Japanese fluffy cheesecake. It's got a bit of wibble on it if we get it right. It's eggy. Excellent. Well, let's crack on. Kitchen's that way. So the first thing we need is a cake tin, a 23cm one. And as we know from something I mentioned on another video as well, 23cm measure the bottom. That's how you know it's the right one. This is a spring-loaded loose bottom one. It doesn't have to be one of those. It could be just a sealed one, but if it's not sealed, you have to line it a little bit more to stop any leakage. Okay, I felt like that was an air traffic, air hostess thing. The seats are here. That's just my tin disclaimer, which is a band from the 80s. Hi, I'm Tin Disclaimer. So this cheesecake is kind of like jiggly and shimmy and bobbly. Yes, it's bobbly. And it's not your standard cheesecake, with like a biscuit base, whether it's a bake or no bake cheesecake, which of course is sensational. This is more of a souffle vibe. It's all right. All right, so first up today, we are going to need a saucepan. All right, so into this pan, we can do it off the heat for now. Milk, a big old cube or a rectangle of butter. And this that I've just scooped out of shot is 100 grams of cream cheese. Oh my gosh, my throat's going then. But did you ever wonder when you go in the supermarket now, they actually don't call this cream cheese, they call it soft cheese. It might just be me in the packaging, but maybe they can't legally call it cream anymore. I don't want any of you guys messaging me going, yeah, I'm really sorry, Barry, I wanted to do this recipe, but they didn't have any cream cheese, they only had soft cheese, so I didn't do it. Just putting that on the heat, and it will not take long at all. We're just gonna mix this together so the butter gets melted, the cream cheese breaks down and mingles with the milk. What's he cooking today then? Oh, I don't know. Oh, whatever it is, I'm going to eat it. It looks really nice. No, I'm not sure. All right, so can you see that? It's looking a bit eggy. And trust me, we need a lot of eggs in a minute. So the butter's starting to break down. The cream cheese is going all sort of fluffy cloudy or marshmallowy. There we go then. I can just feel, oh, there it is. The little butter's like, no, please, please. Ah! We just basically need that to cool. It's probably not going to stay there because it's going to be in my way, but let it cool. I'll put it over there for the time being, but the reason we do it is if we add it to our egg yolks, which is the next step now, if we do it straight away, you'll end up sort of like, not curdling them, but like it's gonna be too hot for it. So just by easing it in, which we'll do in a minute, it will help out massively. So make sure you do that. When it comes to the eggs, you actually need 13 egg whites and only 8 egg yolks. So we're gonna have a surplus of 5 egg yolks, which you could actually brush on pastry to give it golden if you're making an extra pudding. You could do a creme brulee or custard or loads of different things like that with it. And yeah, it's just, don't throw them out. I think that was the key message. Excuse the yolk, but a yolk is for life, not just for jiggly cheesecake. That right, Amy? Okay, got the eggs back there. I might as well do all 13 now, hadn't I? But when it comes to the eggs, I'm not gonna do my old gadget of separating it with the fish thing. Sometimes it doesn't always work. If the yolks are a little bit warm, you don't want that. It's the wrong place for it. It's off the scale of this recipe. Could I get it out of the bowl? Yes, I could. I've had enough of these fish puns. So, 13 egg whites. There we go. Now I don't know about you, but that is a lot of egg white. All right, so this step is a whisk worth taking. Sorry. Just beat them together, break the egg yolks down. These are some new eggs that I've started using actually. I find the yolks are like so much brighter, they're really good. All right, happy. So what I've got here is our cooled mixture. And I'm just gonna do this in probably 4 or 5 additions. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. But just by adding a little bit like that, it kind of welcomes the mix in with the yolks, all right? I'm pouring it through my whisk. Look at that. Boom. You will see behind me 3 bowls. We have the egg yolky mixture, we have the egg whites, and a rose between 2 thorns. Sat in the middle there is a mixture of plain flour and corn flour, aka cornstarch. It's that sort of corny, chalky stuff that helps thicken sauces and stuff like that. We're going to sift that because I think it's going to be critical to get that airiness in the cheesecake, which is what we're basically after. And when I ever sift, my favourite way of saying it is, "Hi partner, we're going sifting." It's in my top 3. The other 2, probably pears from a Londoner. A Londoner going, "Oi, mate, look, yeah, gonna get some pears." And also someone from Scotland saying the word strudel. "Hello there, Jimmy. Would you like some strudel?" Anyhow, back to reality. We are sifting. "Hi, partner, I'm sifting." You can always help it. There we go. Oh, it's like a rap. "Yo, what's up? What's up?" Cool. And what we'll do, rather than whisking it, we shall lift this mixture and sort of fold it in. I love that phrase, fold. Do you know what? There are quite a few lumps there, so I am going to whisk it. Yeah, so in conclusion, don't worry about folding it like I did. I would just get it in and whisk it, yeah, definitely. Yes, much better. The egg whites, 13 of these bad boys. Bad boys, wow. Let's whisk this up until Tim Peaks appear. I think I'm gonna need a bigger bowl. No. Yeah. Okay, so now we fold some dollops. Oh wow, that was very satisfying. And just fold that in a little bit at a time. It's gonna take a little while, and I hope this bowl is big enough. There was a guy in a comment recently who was like, "I just hate that he uses mixing bowls that aren't big enough." I mean, it's fine. I just basically need to buy a new plastic one, spoiler. So that's all I'm doing, adding this in. But you can see there's this really sort of light, airy mixture starting to form because this is all the ingredients now. I wouldn't say it's like the sweetest tasting base mix, is it really? So with your tin, let's say if this is a loose bottom one, apparently if you use a non-loose bottom one, you don't need to wrap it in foil, which I'll be doing in a bit. That will prevent it leaking, just kind of like stops it, I guess. But we need to line the base and also the sides in baking parchment. So we'll grease it first. A bit of butter from earlier, nice. You better believe it. All right, so for the bottom, that's nice and easy, said the doctor. That'll fit neatly in there. So as for the, oh my gosh, I forgot that was grease then. I thought it was slime. 2.5 inches high. So I'm just gonna do 2.5 inch strips. Well, of course, if you wanted one long strip, you could go that way, but obviously that's a whole waste of your baking parchment. Ta-da! All right, so this is just a little bit of tin foil that I'm sitting it in just if there's any leakage to hopefully hold it back, but I think it will stay all right. It's just more of a precaution. All right, I've just started to warm up my oven. Senor Bean is looking after that. Kettle, which I'm just gonna warm up. Now the recipe I was sent to try suggested putting paper towels in the bottom of a large roasting tray. So that's what we're doing. So whilst I wait for my kettle, which you can hear boiling in the background with an amazing noise. So in goes the water. Foil's doing its job there. I've just seen the camera. Welcome to Cheesecakes in the Mist. All right, life update. You might now see that does look like something from NASA. Hello, Tim Peaks. I've started to look at it and there was water going in the foil. So now I've gone a lot higher. I just didn't want to take that risk, you know, that whisk. Apparently a water bath is good for 2 things. The steam as it cooks in the oven will actually moisten the oven and prevent cracking. And the second one apparently evenly distributes the heat, which apparently is also why I have the kitchen towel in there. I don't know. I just want to eat big cheesecakes. Okay, so that is going in for 20 to 25 minutes, and then we lower it even cooler. It's like sort of slow and low cooking. I'm just doing my washing up right now whilst it's doing that first bake, and obviously we lower it and it bakes for a lot longer, and I've looked at that step and apparently it should then double in height by the end of the original mix. and we were quite close to the top of the pan. Oh dear. We'll just go with it. Okay, it's just been 25 minutes. I lowered the oven, as it says, by 20 degrees, and it's risen amazingly. I'm hoping if it does double up, it might sort of stay in that shape. It might firm up, hopefully, as it goes. I can't open the oven. I've just got to trust the process. Can you see that, folks? I think it's all coming together. I've got 2 minutes left, but we're going to do one other thing. Because you don't want to dramatically drop the temperature once you take it out of the oven, I'm going to leave the door ajar. There you go. Well, leave the oven ajar. That joke backfired, didn't it? Oh. But seriously, what I'll do, in 1 minute, I'll turn the oven off, and then we'll slightly open the door. That's what the ajar phrase means, for about 10-15 minutes, just to slowly introduce the temperature to what it is in here, which is actually still quite hot anyway. It's really hot in here. So, oven off. And I'm just literally gonna go pop and pop it open like that. Oh, that's a lot of steam coming out. It's huge. Look at the size of it. Oh, it's enormous. So apparently, normally you would kind of, with something like this, invert it out onto a plate and then back over. But by doing that, it can sometimes flatten it and take some of the air out. Ah, oh. I'm weird. I got water in my foil. Well, that backfired, didn't it? Maybe that was the moisture in the oven that came back down. We don't need to worry about that. Oh no, there's loads. Did you see all that? Okay. Ooh. Looks blooming good though, doesn't it? So take the side off. Oh. It's like I'm undressing it. I really need to get rid of that water. It's dripping everywhere. Yeah, try not to get any water in your foil, folks, but I don't think it's sort of harmed it. Seems to be fine. Oh, that is proper jiggly. Look at that. I've got to get the bottom off of it, and that plate, the metal bit there, that is still really, yeah, that's hot. So apparently the best way to do it is to put it into my hand. Oh. Never in doubt. I'm really, really happy with that. I'm going to dust it with some icing sugar now. No. Getting jiggy with it. Yes! And one thing we did find when we made this before, Mrs. Barry and I, when we cut into it, hers was a teeny bit undercooked. I'm kind of hoping that I've nailed that. I just quite like the idea of sticking a strawberry on top, just a solo strawberry like that. I don't know. You know, you can see there's a few. That's actually the join line. Out of all the places for me to pick, that's the join line between my 2 sheets of baking parchment. So there's the benefit of doing one whole consistent strip. So play around with it. Do you know what? I think I'm going to stick 4 on there. Oh yeah. I shouldn't really be doing this once it's still warm. Like I say, if you do chill it and have it the next day, it tastes so good. Check that out. Ooh. Oh, not the neatest slice taken out, but look at that wobble. I'm going to put a strawberry back on top. Yeah. I'm hungry. Hello. I don't know. Try it.
Okay. It looks very good. It's better than the one I did.
Well, yeah, but the one you did was experimental. I think this one is okay. There's still like maybe a few other tips and tricks. I left the door ajar and stuff like that. You like it? Sifting the flour, stuff like that.
That's really good. That's like really light and airy and
Thank you.
Yummy.
Thank you.
What's that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's good.
It is like eating a car sponge. Don't do that. And also there's no lipstick on those strawberries either for reference, but that is good. I do think that when we made it before, when we had it in the fridge overnight, that little firm, it kind of gave it like a teeny weeny sort of moussey vibe as well, but that is good. Yeah, it's like eating a cloud, right?
It reminds me of something, but I just can't think what it is.
Jiggly Cheesecake?
Yeah.
So there you go, loads of you guys were asking me to do that, and Mrs. Barry did it like a year and a half or 2 years ago, something like that, and it was good. But now it's an excuse to do it again. I've done it. Now you guys try it too and send us your pictures, right?
Yes. I'm going to eat it.
Okay. Bye.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Someone's moustache, goatee, maybe all 3.